everyone, Scott Sylvan Bell coming to you live from San Francisco, California. I'm over by Baker Beach. I'm by the batteries, right? Perfect day to talk about sales training, February 13th, 4:42 in the afternoon. And you know, I want to go over something with you. Discounting isn't selling. Discounting is not selling. And so there's this misconception out there that if you have a product, a service, or a widget or a gizmo, and you meet with your client, and the product is really $10,000, that if you add $2,000 to it, and then you work the person over for the price, that like, yay, you made a sell. Well, yeah, technically you made a sell, but that's not selling. Selling is figuring out what the person needs, why they need it, and things that it's going to do to help them. And like, people will argue with me about this occasionally, and I'll have to, you know, hey, look, you know what, technically it is a sell, but that's not what sales is. Sales isn't like, you know, I got the product and now let's just discount it. Discounting is not selling. And it creates a lot of confusion for salespeople, because there's this misconception that that's what sales is and that's what they're supposed to do, because that's what they see other salespeople do. And you know, I'm part of a couple of forums on sales, and I see people talk about this a lot, and I'm like, you're not a salesperson, right? You're a discounter. And like, if I type that in there and say you're a discounter, they get mad at me. They're like, no, but I made the sale. Like, yeah, you did, but selling is figuring out how that product's going to help somebody. So I was in a forum and we're talking about, somebody asked about how would you sell, you know, fake grass or fake sod, and you know, everybody was talking about, well, you know, I would discount it. Well, discounting's not selling. The real way to figure that out is to figure out what it's going to free up for them is one thing you could take a look at. And I'm going to tell you right now, everybody's going to start with the money thing. Everybody's going to talk about how it's going to save them water bill money, how it's going to save them money on mowing the lawns, how it's going to save them money. Everybody's going to talk about that, right? Just know that it's like the default. It's like this, like when you go into a computer, the setting is automatically set at something. That's what a lot of people go for. They shoot for the money. But what they really should be doing is taking a look at, what does it do for the person? What does it allow them to do? So for the example of the sod, it allows that guy to play baseball in the backyard with his kid more often. It allows him to take more time to do whatever he wanted instead of mowing his lawn, right? So if he wanted to take up a hobby like bowling or taking pictures, it allows him to do something entirely different. So thinking about it, right, everybody's gonna go for the greed button, everybody's gonna push the money button, and if you're gonna do that, one of the problems that you're going to have is it's going to create a money issue at the end of the sales call. That means that that person is going to want to talk about money. Now, don't get me wrong, everybody wants to talk about money, but because you're pushing the greed button, right, and you're talking about money and you're making it the biggest deal and the biggest offer, this is me pushing the greed button, push, 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 push. Guess what's going to happen when you get to the end? They're going to want to talk about a discount. But when you talk about all the things that they're allowed to do now, like play baseball with little Johnny, or you know, spend more time with the wife and do other things with her, or learn how to bowl, or learn how to do some photography or something, that's really the idea. What is it that that product does for them? What is it that it frees up? What is it that allows them to do instead of just save money, okay? Just know that every one of your competitors, for whatever you're going to offer, is talking about the money that they save. And if you do that, you're going to have the money issue, and you're going to be fighting and negotiating at the very end, and you're probably going to have to discount to get the deal to happen if you're not good at telling people no, okay? So know exactly what sales is and know what it isn't, and go from there. But just remember, if I push the greed button, it's going to cause that person to want to talk about money at the end. If I talk about all the things that it's going to do for them, guess what? They're going to be more interested, and chances are good that they're not going to want to discount. They're going to start salivating, and they're going to want the product, the service, the widget, the gizmo, whatever's being offered, okay? There you go. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that'd be fantastic. To the right, to the left, there's a subscribe button. You know what you got to do, subscribe, and then send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.